I'm Sarah Bloomquist. Up next here on Action News at noon, the remains of 2 young girls killed in the Philadelphia move bombing are finally turned over to their family. Police say 5 children witnessed a shooter running out of their home after he opened fire on a sleeping victim. And a heat advisory in effect for rising temperatures today. Meteorologist Adam Joseph tells us when it will feel like the triple digits. Those stories and much more. It's all next right here on Action News at noon.
Delaware Valley's leading news program with Sarah Bloomquist and Brian Taff.
Wednesday afternoon. Brian will be along a little bit later. In the news today, 2 suspects wanted for opening fire at a SEPTA station in Frankfort are arrested following a brief chase. And voters in Kansas overwhelmingly decide to protect the legal right to an abortion in the state's primary elections. But the big story on Action News is the city of Philadelphia releasing the remains of 2 girls killed in the 1985 move bombing. The medical examiner's office revealed last year it was in possession of the remains of Katricia and Zanetta Dotson. Today, their remains were transferred to the victim's brother so the 2 can finally be properly laid to rest. Action News reporter Catherine Scott has the latest on the end of this more than year-long battle. Let's talk a little bit about tomorrow, but first, let's go live to Sky 6, looking live at Citizens Bank Park. Empty today, but the Phillies back in town tomorrow, and it's going to be a scorcher. Meteorologist Adam Joseph over in the Action News Weather Center with the details. We're hot today, but I was out this morning for a walk. It wasn't bad at all. It
really isn't. Everything's in, relatively speaking here in the summer season. And you said, let's talk about tomorrow. Let's not just yet, because let's enjoy today. There's a bee just buzzing around my head. Sky 6 live from our Keystone camera looking, there he is again, looking towards Independence Hall and Mall. Folks traveling around, checking out Old City and some of the historical sites. Not bad. When you look in the distance, notice how good the visibility is. When you have low humidity, you don't have that haze or smog or ground level ozone shooting up, so you get pretty decent blue sky out there at this time of year when you don't have that intense humidity. Right now the temperature 88 degrees, the dew point's down to 61, mixing and drying out that air. Wind south-southwest at 11 miles an hour, pressure just over 30 inches. And folks at the shore, your ocean temperature right now 73 warm degrees. 82 Lehigh Valley, 84 in Reading, 87 Wilmington. We are popping a 90 at this lunchtime hour. Millville, Dover, and low 80s right along the shore with a little bit of a sea breeze. Satellite radar, nothing going on area wide. Look to the north and west. You can see some storms, but notice the trajectory. These are all moving from the Great Lakes into Canada, which means that front is going to hold off for some time. So for the rest of today at the shore, 83, sunny with that sea breeze. In the city, it's hot but not too humid. 92, upper 80s, very warm without really a cloud in the sky for you in the Lehigh Valley. So a lot of stars overnight, and then it starts to turn more humid after midnight. 64 degrees the suburbs, 74 for Center City. Tomorrow at 11 a.m., that's when the heat advisory goes into effect everywhere in the orange, which includes the Lehigh Valley, the Delaware Valley, northern Delaware, New Castle County, and that will not expire until 8 o'clock on Friday evening. That is because it is not only going to feel very uncomfortable during the daylight hours, you don't have much of a reprieve at night as well. Heat index today 92 where the air temperature will be, but with that humidity increasing the next 2 days, 104 near the danger zone tomorrow, 105 on Friday, 97 on Saturday, and peaking up also near 100 degrees on Sunday. Again, once this humidity rages back in late tonight, it is not going to leave us until the end of next week. So if you're at the shore, 85 for the day tomorrow. Again, today 83. Now late Friday, Saturday, a chance of some storms, upper 80s. Sunday 87. And again, that storm risk really starts to increase, but really not until Friday evening. 10 o'clock, we could have some heavy hitters moving on through. The exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast. 90s taking over. Today it's a drier heat. Next 2 days, heat indices above 100. Those storms come in Friday evening, 95 on Friday afternoon. It stays very humid Saturday, 89 with a leftover downpour storm. And then Sunday through next week, back to the 90s. Humidity continues to soak us here right into the middle of next week. So yes, as you mentioned earlier, Sarah, it's exhausting. So excuse to put your feet up and get wet if you can.
Yeah, find somewhere to cool off for sure.
All right.
Coming up a little later today on Action News at 4, a creative way to spread some much needed positive messaging. 2 Philadelphia teachers teaming up with the Mural Arts to bring new street signs to West Philadelphia. Coming up today at 4, we'll explain the origins of a new project known as Afromation Avenue. And science fiction becoming closer to reality. Some researchers believe they have unlocked a secret that could help humans live on the moon. We'll explain what it is later today on Action News at 4. That's going to do it for Action News at noon. Don't forget to join us later on Action News at 4, 5, and 6. Now for meteorologist Adam Joseph, Brian Taff, and the entire Action News team, I'm Sarah Bloomquist. Have a great afternoon. Stay cool. We'll see you right back here at 4 o'clock.
Action News is sponsored by Rothman Orthopedics. Rothman Orthopedics physicians are exceptionally specialized, so you can get past pain and be what you were. Schedule conveniently online at rothmanortho.com.